All right, my turn. This is my big block, and I am going to pick the heads up from the machine shop tomorrow. I sent them down there to have them ported on, but he hasn't started on them yet. My small block blew up, so I'm just going to put the heads back on the way they were and put this motor back together and put it back in the S10. The biggest problem we had out of the S10 was the converter was super tight, and I got a new converter, so we're hoping that the converter picks up the kind of numbers that we wanted it to be running on motor anyways. I think it should be close, because the converter that was in this thing was just god awful tight. It was a converter that came out of a Pro mod with like a 630 something cubic inch big block with a Pro charger. And it was just one of those deals where I got it in on some trade, and I just wanted to throw the truck together to have something to race, and that's what I did. And this thing did really good, actually, but we just know the converter was not right. So hopefully with a better converter, this thing should run pretty good. So I'm just gonna get these old gaskets off, and these are also like a 60 thousandths compressed thickness gasket, like 63 or 65, something like that. And I'm gonna take those off and put a 40, which should bring my compression up just a tad. So hopefully that'll help too. Gotta get all this crap right here off from that copper spray. Just get the head surface cleaned up and ready for the new gaskets. Well, clean enough, I guess. So should be ready for the new head gaskets, and hopefully it is Tuesday now. Hopefully get this thing back in and running this weekend. right. The big block is back together. Have to run the valves, but valve. I have to run the valves, but I'll do that tomorrow because I'm ready to go in the house. But hopefully have this thing shoved down in the S10. Either tomorrow or Saturday. The good thing about that is it doesn't take very long, so hopefully we'll hear some noise this weekend, and then I can sleep at night. So what happened was, as soon as the small block was done, I pulled. So let's see if I can find the spot. Maybe right here. There was a spot, or no, right here. This dent right here. The oil pan was hitting the frame, and when I put this motor in the truck, the converter that I had was just basically a random thing that I traded for that my buddy had, and it was way too tight, and I just wanted to make that street race in Clay County, so threw it together, and the converter was super duper tight, and I knew on motor that this thing was off a couple numbers, well, a few numbers, compared to what it ran in the guy's car that I got it from. So when I got this motor, it was all in pieces, and I put it together. And the only thing that's different is he had a high ram with dual quads and a smaller cam in it. I put a bigger cam in it and single intake with one dominator. That's the only difference. But in my mind, what I did should have helped it versus hurting it. But it slowed down a lot compared to his car. So the Mustang motor got finished, and I jumped the gun, and I was like, well, I'm gonna pull the heads off this thing, get the heads ported, blah, blah, blah. And maybe a month later, 2 weeks later, the Mustang motor broke. So I've been trying to figure out what I wanted to do. Obviously, I'm going to fix the motor, but I'm looking at, $2,500 again. I had to buy another main cap, have to have it line hung again, have to buy another crank, have to buy a new set of rods, and have to have it all balanced. So this way, I can put this thing back in the truck. I have a good converter that is actually, it wasn't built for the truck. It's a PTC converter, and I called PTC and I was like, this is what I got, blah, blah, blah. They said, yeah, sounds great, it'll work awesome. So hopefully that's the case. But while I'm getting the Mustang motor fixed, we'll just be racing the S10 again, which it's almost freaking, it's December in like 2 weeks. So sometimes, somebody puts on a Christmas race. We might try to do that if there's one that happens, but the main thing is that when spring rolls around, I'll already have something ready to go, because I hate when the season starts and I'm 4, 5, 6 months before I even get started. That sucks. So, but anyways, I'm probably going to split this up into 2 different videos, because I don't want to make a huge long video. I don't have the attention span to watch videos that last an hour. So I like to keep my videos kind of short, but next time you see this, it will be in the truck and running. And hopefully, if it's not raining, we'll at least take it out on the street and make a couple hits on motor just to see how the converter feels.